Fiskunet. Fiskunet. What's good, y'all? Fist Vegas, the hardest voice of sports. Go ahead, hit that like button and subscribe to the Fist Schooner while you at it. Y'all know what time it is. If you ain't with it, you best get with it. Now let's rock. Alright, look. Listen. Shout out to Coach Daboll, man. Shout out to Coach Daboll. Daboll did what Joe Judge couldn't. Say it again. Daboll did what Joe Judge couldn't. Okay? Joe Judge and Gettleman left this team in a wreck. They did. There was no salary cap to work with. There was nothing. Okay? So this was the exact same team as last year's team. I can make the case it's a little bit worse because we don't have Logan Ryan out there. We didn't have Bradbury. We didn't have Galladay, Tony, Shepard. We didn't have none of that. We didn't even have Evan Ingram, who all of a sudden is nice in Jacksonville. So I could actually make the case that this year's team is technically less talented than last year's team. So what Joe Judge couldn't do with a more talented version of the Daboll roster, Daboll did far more than he was even expected to do. All I said was win 10 games. I said the Giants should win 10 games. Not only did he go out there and basically win 10 games because that tie is a win. John Feliciano, they hate us, bro. We should have swept Washington, but we ain't gonna talk about that. We went out there, we won a playoff game. So Brian Daboll, with a less talented roster than Joe Judge, went out there, won 9 games, and won a playoff game. Make it make sense. There was no other coach of the year, bro. There was no other candidate, in my opinion, for coach of the year. Nick Sirianni is just along for the ride. That's a talented roster. Kyle Shanahan, I'm so sick and tired of people talking about, oh, well, look what Kyle Shanahan does. He doesn't have a quarterback. Kyle Shanahan ain't never got no quarterback. Jimmy G always hurt. He used to playing with bums. He should really be used to it. He's like, come on, bro. Come on. All right. And then as far as the other guy goes, in Jacksonville, Dougie P, bro, they didn't have the number 1 pick for 10 straight years. He should be able to do something with that talent. Okay? The obvious choice was not Joe Judge, was Brian Daboll. And forgive me for my voice. I'm recovering. I've been sick all week. I'm getting it back though. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Daboll. This man changed the culture. He put some nuts and chest hair on this football team because under Joe Judge, we had baby dick energy. We had no chest hair and we didn't have no bass in our voice. Okay? Under Brian Daboll, we were grown men. Okay? Joe Judge is Will Smith. Joe Judge is Will Smith. He's a simp. Brian Daboll, Andrew Tate, Kevin Samuels, a.k.a. toxic masculinity, a.k.a. how the world really should be. That's what Brian Daboll is. That's the difference between Daboll and Judge. Judge was a simp who needs therapy, who cries a river and believes the world owes him something. Brian Daboll is a real man. Brian Daboll, on the other hand, knows that nobody cares about his problems. Nobody cares what he's going through. Nobody cares how he feels. And nobody cares what happens to him. So he had to make it happen for himself. And that was the New York Football Giants in 2022. Didn't nobody care about us. Wasn't nobody going to do us no favors. And didn't nobody want us to succeed. It took them forever to acknowledge how good we were. So shout out to Brian Daboll for making this team a group of men instead of a bunch of boys waiting for their participation trophies. Now, Kayvon got robbed. I know everybody talk about Sauce Gardner. Okay, whatever. How many games did Sauce Gardner win the Jets? Were the Jets in the playoffs? Did Aiden Hutchinson go to the playoffs? Because, I posted on Twitter, right? For those of y'all who don't follow me on Twitter, please follow me on Twitter at BullyFist. I'm accepting shooters. I need Twitter shooters to defend me on Twitter so I don't get banned. I shouldn't have to defend myself on Twitter. Y'all should be defending me on Twitter. I shouldn't have to defend myself on Twitter. But Lions fans was on my neck yesterday. I got like 30 Lions fans and my mentions is going at me because I said Kayvon was better than Aiden Hutchinson. Understand something. At BullyFist on Twitter. Understand something. Kayvon is better than Aiden Hutchinson. Kayvon is better than Sauce Gardner. Kayvon wins games. Kayvon made the play versus Green Bay in the fourth quarter. Kayvon made the play versus Baltimore in the fourth quarter. Kayvon single-handedly beat Washington on primetime football. Kayvon took out Nick Foles and made snow angels. Kayvon was unstoppable versus the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Kayvon was a game wrecker. Big time dude. He closed games for the Giants. That's what Kayvon did. How many games did Sauce Gardner close for the Jets? How many games did Aiden Hutchinson close for the Lions? When this defense needed Kayvon, Kayvon was there. I don't understand. Well, I do understand because the only time they notice Kayvon is when Kayvon hit quarterbacks. The only time they notice Kayvon is when Kayvon don't know who these old heads are talking greasy. Only time they notice Kayvon is when it's negative. They don't never want to shine light on the positive things that Kayvon does. They'll never want to do that. But I'm here to tell you, year 2 Kayvon going to be a problem. Year 2 Kayvon going to be 15, 20 sacks. And a whole lot of spicy junk talk to go with it. So get prepared. I hope Kayvon sees the disrespect. I hope Kayvon is in the gym right now. I hope Kayvon is flossing his teeth with barbed wire and chewing Michelin tires to get ready for next season. I hope he's mad. I hope he's seething. I hope he's punching walls right now that he got robbed at a Defensive Rookie of the Year because he was the most impactful defensive rookie. He won us games. He was a leader. He set the tone. He was our only edge rusher because Ojulari is about as soft as man wipes. So I don't know what else to tell you. I love you, Ojulari, but you can't stay healthy. You like the Kadarius Toney of defense right now. Somebody had to say it. But you know what I'm saying? I had to put 2 videos in one right now because I'm a little behind. I've been a little sick. And I still got to do a Daniel Jones video this week. So y'all going to get a surprise Saturday video. But that's it. That's all. Shout out to Brian Daboll. Shout out to my man Kayvon. Y'all know what to do. Subscribe to the unit if you rocking with me. My name is Fist Vegas, and I approve this message.